Ooh, you know what we could do if you stay on? We could talk E3.
Talk E3? I
Yeah.
didn't watch any of it.
That makes it hard to talk.
Like I just
doesn't it?
followed you in chat, and then because I was at work most of the time.
You didn't even watch my YouTube videos in background. Damn.
Not yet.
All right. So if you want to know the stuff to watch, you should watch the Square
Keanu
Enix.
Reeves.
Yes,
That's all
Keanu
I
Reeves.
should just watch Keanu
You
Reeves
can watch Keanu Reeves.
and then move on.
We adore Keanu Reeves, and he adores us back.
Apparently, like his E3, like he's always had this weird internet fandom where people are like, "Oh, he's a genuinely decent guy who has had shitty things happen to him in his life." But as soon as he did that E3 spot, that exploded. Like the internet is just like, "Oh, Keanu is our Lord and
Listen,
Savior." He's basically Bob Ross levels of like wholesomeness.
I'm gonna summarize everything to start off in order. Wooloo,
That exploded on the internet as well.
we went Wooloo. We went Keanu Reeves. I'm going in timeline order, so you need me a second.
Okay.
Old ladies murdering people, aka Watch Dogs 3.
Oh, from is that the trailer you sent for the new Watch Dogs?
If you don't have to watch the Ubisoft press conference, but you probably should watch their Watch Dogs 3 reveal, because Watch Dogs 3 actually looks pretty insane. That said, I think we've said that about every Watch Dogs game, and they never live up to the hype.
2 did. 1 was an absolute shit show. 2 was good. I have high hopes for 3.
3
Like
3 is pretty
Ubisoft
crazy.
is one of those developers that actually fixes their shit over time.
3 is actually kind of crazy, in my opinion.
Why is that?
Well, there's no main character. There's no single main character for Watch Dogs 3.
Oh yeah, you play as like a cell of hackers, and you can.
British hackers, very British hackers.
Yeah,
You
'cause this
you
is
basically take the role
reality
of
where
the
Brexit happens.
Yeah. They're not saying that this world happened because of Brexit, but Brexit happened, and this is what happened
Yeah.
after Brexit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest though. This game should have been in development before Brexit happened, so I suspect that this is actually more development of, in kind of their minds, of Britain's surveillance state-isms.
Yeah.
I think it more likely came from that, and then Brexit came along and was like, hey, we could throw this in. This works nicely into our story.
Mm-hmm. Because actually, Britain would make, like, I think Britain is going to make for a good backdrop for a Watch Dogs game.
Yeah, so I
'Cause
do
it
have
really,
high...
It plays into that whole nanny city-state type of thing.
Yeah, it ought to, yeah, I think it'll probably be, based on the trailers and what we saw, it'll be a pretty good game. A really high production quality. I just worry because I've always kind of been of the opinion that Watch Dogs games kind of oversell what they are trying to do.
I don't think Watch Dogs 2 did. But that might be because I played Watch Dogs 1. And, like, I knew what I was getting into. Like, I bought that after watching a bunch of different reviews saying that it was good.
Yeah,
After Watch Dogs 1, I was like, I'm not going to buy this on launch. So I ended up waiting, watched a bunch of reviews about people being like, oh yeah, this one's actually good, and then was like, okay, I'll buy it on sale. So that's what I did with Watch Dogs 2.
So that was pretty much a summary of Ubisoft. There really wasn't much going on at the Ubisoft conference, except for a lot of games no showing that probably should have been showing. Or if you don't like Tom Clancy games.
Like what?
what's that?
Oh yeah,
Skull
they
and
were all
Bones.
over Tom Clancy. That whole thing.
Yeah, they were all over Tom Clancy games.
Oh yeah.
Skull and Bones no-showed. Beyond Good and Evil 2 no-showed. I think they did do a vidoc on Beyond Good and Evil 2 though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh nope, I cannot not take that. So after Ubisoft was the Square Enix press conference, and you should watch that on your own because it was really good. It was about 1/3 devoted to the Final Fantasy VII remake, which looks kind of baller, actually, I'd like to say. Probably to most people's surprise.
Yeah.
Then after that, it was mostly just a mishmash of remakes and remasters, some of which never came to the States that are getting, like, remakes. So, like, what was it called? Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana is coming stateside in a collection pack. Like, the OG SNES version that never came stateside. It's been localized and put into a collection pack with Final Fantasy Adventure, which is Sword of Mana, which got remade already, but the original Game Boy game, Sword of Mana, the first game in the Mana series. Oh, this is complicated. The second game, Secret of Mana, and the third game, Trials of Mana. So they will all be in a collection pack, and is, I believe, actually
cool.
on. I think it's actually on. I think you can actually buy that now. I forget. That's coming out. I tried to see if there was a physical version. I think there is. I don't know.
Ooh.
And Trials of Mana is also getting a remake that is coming stateside.
Hey David, I kind of like this Crooked Fang 4FR.
What's it got?
Box breathing, opening shot, accelerated coils.
It seems good.
Seems okay.
Seems good.
I don't know if box breathing and opening shots stack, but...
Well, here's the thing with
they do.
linear fusion rifles is that they're not very good in PvP, so any of the builds you run will be for PvE. I mean, they're okay in PvP, but like the thing is, if you're using a linear fusion rifle in PvP, you're likely just using what's the one from the Dawning event? Arbalist.
Oh, Arbalist?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I like it for Gambit, though. I like them for Gambit, because it's like if you're just spawning in as an invader, it's pretty good. If you're sniping invaders, it's pretty good.
It's a fair take. It's a fair take. I can accept that. Let's not put Grave Ralpher on Scout Rifles game.
Yeah, really. So sorry, you were on Secret of Mana or Trials of Mana?
Yeah, Trials of Mana. So they're getting the collection, first 3 games in the series, all localized in the US for release. And they're doing a remake of Trials of Mana, which is also getting a nice happy release in the States. Yay! So I'll be happy about that.
Cool.
Also, they announced that they're doing, I think they're remasters. I don't think they're remakes. I think they're just remasters of a couple games in the Saga franchise that we never got. I don't honestly keep up with the Saga franchise because the Saga franchise is really weird. If you thought the Mana franchise was weird, the Saga franchise is really fucking weird. And it's almost impossible to keep up with. Despite the fact that the majority of games have come stateside.
So Square Enix is basically just remastering all of their games and releasing them in a market that they didn't release them before.
Do you think I'm done? You think I'm done with the remasters?
I assume that they just continue forever.
So they also announced that they have found the source code for Final Fantasy VIII and are remastering it as well.
Yeah, they found it.
Oh, actually, no, this has actually been a big deal. Like, both Squaresoft and Enix Corp before the merger, like they lost original code for a ton of their games. Like, just straight up lost it. Yeah, this is why that a lot of the games have never been like put onto the PSN or into the Nintendo Marketplace is because they just straight up lost the code to these games. So Final Fantasy VIII was one of those games that they supposedly lost the code to, and they apparently found the code, and they have remastered the game with updated. All I can say is it has updated graphics. I couldn't tell you anything else different from in it. Character models look a lot better. That's all I got.
Cool.
Tokyo RPG Factory announced a new title. That looked interesting. And then they showed off their Marvel Avengers game. Their, like, supposedly Epic Games as Service Marvel's Avengers game.
What's that about?
So, Crystal Dynamics, the people who do all the Tomb Raider games, for, like, the past 2 years, they've had the license to release a Marvel game. And they've been working on it for, like, ever, and it's been major hyped up forever. So they finally unveiled that. Like, you can watch the trailer. I don't know what exactly this is going to be, but they say it's going to be games as service and not have loot boxes. I believe the exact terms was loot boxes and stuff.
What is the gameplay of it, though? Is it like a dungeon? Like, is it like a Diablo game? Is it
no?
Like
you can watch a trailer and see. I really don't know what they're going for because.
Is it just like a cinematic trailer showing like a bunch of heroes doing superhero things?
That's what that's what it looked like to me. Yeah.
Cool.
That doesn't come out for another year though, so they have time on that. Oh, and they announced a new title from the studio People Can Fly. I cannot remember the game's title though, and that's because it's not coming out for at least another year. They just announced it, showed some cinematics and like zero gameplay, but the expectation is that it's a co-op looter shooter.
It's a co-opable what?
Looter shooter.
Oh, they're making Destiny. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know what else. Yeah. They say it's going to be a co-op shooter, and everyone kind of looks at it and they're like, are expecting it to be a co-op looter shooter.
Yeah.
So that
in a market that has Destiny 2 and is about to have Borderlands 3, I can see why you would want to like completely oversaturate that. That's perfect.
Well, that doesn't come out till next summer, so we'll wait on that one. So that was Square Enix. You should probably watch the Kinda Funny Games montage of titles. They had like 60 titles that they threw at everyone in like 35 minutes, and there was a lot of really cool stuff in there. Honestly, there's a lot of really cool stuff in there. The Kinda Funny Game Showcase is just a bunch of indie games. It was like all indie games.
Are they like indie games that have already been released and are making it their way to console, or is it just like these are a bunch of indie games that we've been working on?
So most of them, I shouldn't say most. I should say a majority of them were new titles. A couple of them were titles that are like in early access right now, and a couple of them were titles that are coming to consoles. But I'd say nearly all of them were new titles. But yeah, that's worth a watch when you get the chance. So I think, and you saw most of the PC gaming show, which I will say I thought was better this year than it was years before, but could have used more gameplay trailers. Guys, if you're gonna show me a game, I want to see what it does. Damn it.
Yeah, they tend to like really go at a quick pace because they have so many games to talk about.
Well, that's why I thought it was better than last year's PC gaming show, because last year's PC gaming show I thought was really bad because they sat there for 10 minutes talking about the same game for 10 minutes, and I was like, guys, I don't want to listen to this game anymore. Can we get a new game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was better pace, but like there wasn't any gameplay trailers, and they were bringing studios in to talk for like 2 minutes about a title. Like, so they had the Borderlands devs come in and say, hey guys, it's Borderlands 3. We have a game coming out. It's called Borderlands 3. Okay, next game. And I was like,
yep.
Why?
And then you have a host dressed as a shark to talk about what I think could be the best game coming out.
I don't even want to talk about that one.
I feel like that is Quality title right there.
Just let it. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Just letting it go.
It's so dumb.
What else happened? Limited run games. They showed off some of their stuff. You don't need to watch that. That's just for people who really like collecting games and are insane or something.
Hi, David.
Yeah. Hi, David. Nice to meet you. Do I need to talk anything about the Microsoft or anything else? I don't really think I need to. Microsoft has a new console
Probably
coming out, in
not.
case you didn't know. And all of their games are coming to
did
PC.
know.
In case you didn't
And
realize.
apparently, Microsoft is going to just release all of their console games also on PC, and you can also play the next generation games on Xbox One still, because it's just a computer now.
I don't
They've
know.
made computers.
I shrug it. Whatever Microsoft's doing. Bethesda conference. Everyone is complaining because the Bethesda press conference was rigged, because there was nothing but cheers all the way around at all times, including, as me and Ryan called him, Wahoo Guy, because he screamed at the top of his lungs at every single announcement.
I did hear about Wahoo Guy. It seemed like there were some developers who were like, or there were some people from Bethesda who were up on stage who seemed aggravated by Wahoo Guy.
As they probably should have been, because he was obnoxious as fuck. Anyway, they had their stuff. They actually had pretty cool stuff to show, but they didn't have a lot to show off for it, because it's a lot of stuff's in early development. So was it Arcane Games?
Bethesda right now is in the doghouse, in my opinion, and anything that they release, I'm going to wait until there's like 5 other reviews.
Yeah, so
because Fallout 76 was a fucking shit show.
Well, I guess we'll start off with Fallout 76 then. So Fallout 76, I don't know if
they're getting
heard
new
this.
content.
It's getting big new content patch. Nuclear Winter, a new game type. Do you know what Nuclear Winter is?
A battle royale?
It is a battle royale.
Okay, yeah.
You guessed real good. Yes, they are putting
100% guessing, but yep, okay.
They are putting a battle royale into Fallout 76, and I will be honest, it does not look like total shit. It's Fallout has taken the Fallout spin on the battle royale genre. So like the circle is nukes going off all around you.
Okay.
Don't
It makes sense.
Also, what I thought was really
it's
cool.
not going to be like what are those giant death claws? Yeah, it's not going to be like death claws all around that area hunting. It's going to be nukes going on.
It's going to be nukes. Well, here's the other thing. It seems like it's also going to be a PvEVP kind of thing, because there were like random monsters just running around trying to kill people. I think that's interesting. I don't think a lot of other battle royales have been doing that, where you have just like environmental bots
David?
trying to kill you.
What's Burgusian Knight? This guy just found like 9 of them.
I think it's a shader.
Oh, okay. He's probably crafting it. Never mind. Okay. We're good. I was
Okay.
like, damn, dude, your Vanguard drops are shit.
Yeah, I think that's a shader. So yeah, what else were they adding in 76? Oh, you remember how when they released Fallout 76 and it was like, we're not going to have any NPCs? None of them? We're all going to make up our own story? Yeah, they're adding NPCs because that was stupid.
I agree that it was stupid, but some of the people who were still playing like after day 1 when everyone realized that it was absolute garbage did have a good point where they did add like story in there. It's just there's no NPCs. So you can go into a house and there will be a journal that you can read.
Like
instead of having an NPC talk to you about the story.
I think the thing
Which
is,
I'm like,
though,
okay, you're grasping at the silver lining here, but
like,
I
is that
still don't
is that
think
Fallout?
like I still think they should have NPCs.
Is that
Yeah,
Fallout?
it's not
though?
Fallout,
Like,
no.
I think that was the real issue here, was that it wasn't Fallout. We didn't have text trees.
Yeah.
We didn't have crazy psychopathic people to interact with. Like, it wasn't Fallout. Oh, I digress. They had a couple other things to announce. I'd have to go back to make sure I get the title right. Arcane Studios, that studio that does the Dishonored franchise, they have a new title. Deathloop. It's called Deathloop. It's about two assassins trying to kill each other, but are stuck in a time loop. So they keep trying to kill each other.
Yeah, that sounded interesting, actually.
Yes.
Is it? So, do you just matchmake and then find someone and then just play spy versus spy?
There's not enough to say anything about that game,
Okay.
but it has a cool premise.
Concept sounds cool.
Concept sounds good. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Also, their Japanese studio that did all of the that horror franchise that Bethesda has that I can't remember.
They have a horror franchise?
Yeah, no one remembers it. It actually got a sequel a couple of years back. I'm gonna have to look this up. I think they're called Ghostlight Studios. I'm gonna just look up Bethesda subsidies.
The Evil Within?
The Evil Within. There you go. You got it.
Okay, cool.
So the studio that does that, it's a Japanese studio, if I'm correct.
I can click on it.
This is gonna take me a minute.
Yeah. Tango Gameworks?
Tango Gameworks, yeah.
Shinji Mikami is the director.
Yeah, but I don't
Or
think
was
that's
the director.
I don't think that's really his title is the thing. Ghostwire Tokyo. That's the name of the game. Got it. Figured it out, guys. I figured it out.
Oh, different one? Okay.
Yeah. Tango Gameworks, the title is called Ghostwire Tokyo. So they're titling it as an action game with supernatural elements. So the overarching thing that we've found out here, Bethesda's non-action games have been selling like shit. Dishonored 2 was kind of bad. It did not sell well. The Evil Within 2 was kind of bad. It didn't sell very well, despite the fact everyone says it was a really good game. I shouldn't say bad. They didn't sell well. So now they're telling everyone, please make more action games, guys. And they're like, okay, we'll make action games. So now this studio is making Ghostwire Tokyo, which looks like a pretty interesting game. Yeah, it's going to be.
Why are people saying they don't make action games? Like Dishonored, you could play Dishonored as an action game.
I think Dishonored wasn't designed to be an action game. It was meant to be more of.
It was designed to be a stealth game.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of people who go like full non-stealth superpowers routes, and it's really fun to watch.
But yeah, so now this title, if you see the trailer on it, it looks pretty interesting, and I think I pretty much covered all I really need to cover on Bethesda. Those three titles. I don't really think there's anything else to talk about. Unless you really like ESO, because they had a bunch of ESO stuff.
All the ESO stuff is stuff that's actually already... Like, I've already played some of it. They're pretty cool about ESO, where they will release... like, if you pre-order, you get 2 weeks of early access to the stuff. So everything that they talked about at E3 with the Khajiit and the dragons and shit, I've already seen.
Okay. So that was pretty much it for Bethesda. Anything else? I guess we can move on to Nintendo, and Nintendo's pretty much it. So Nintendo, just watch all of the press conference, because the Nintendo press conference was baller. It was fucking baller.
Okay. I'll have to find that. Yeah. I think the only thing from Nintendo I watched was the Pokemon press conference.
Well, here was another thing. They actually, like, after that, because they during E3, Nintendo does their Nintendo Treehouse, and they brought up a bunch of cool games and showed off cool gameplay for each of those games. It's one thing I really like about Nintendo is that it's not just a press conference; it's the entire event. So they'll be there live and they'll showcase all the games that they have and interesting stuff. But I think the big thing with Nintendo was how soon a lot of these titles are actually coming out. Like, really soon. Astral Chain was announced like 4 months ago. That comes out in August.
Dang.
That was a game that looked really cool, and I was like, huh, we're going to put this on the watch later list, and I might have to pick this game up. Luigi's Mansion comes out this fall. It looks like Luigi's Mansion. Do you like Luigi's Mansion? Yeah, Luigi's Mansion's a pretty cool game.
I've never played a Luigi's Mansion game.
Really?
But I know people like it.
Yeah, pretty fun game. I know a lot of people like
cool.
the DS one, so if you find the DS one cheap.
Hey. Doesn't he have a dog in this one?
Yes.
Give him a ghost dog?
He has a ghost dog. I forget the name of it. It's an adorable name.
Oh, Astral Chain is from Platinum Games?
Yeah, it's a Platinum Games title. Don't you always just circle every time you see Platinum Games?
Well, now I'm interested.
See
Wait, there's mecha in this?
circle. I wouldn't call it mecha, but kinda mecha. So you control two characters. You control, yeah. I can't really explain the game. It's very heavy on the action. Therefore, it is a pretty good Platinum Games title.
Yeah, it's like Platinum Games. Is there action combat in it? Yes. Okay, it's probably good.
Yeah, so that was cool. They showed that off. They showed off a new cinematic trailer for Fire Emblem that totally spoiled like half the story of the game, and basically proved. Well, there was a guy who was doing like a crazy leak about a month and a half ago on the new Fire Emblem game, and that trailer basically confirmed all of that crazy leak. So I'll go ahead and
I love when there's like a crazy leak from like that Pokemon leak, where that was nuts. Like most of the things
my God,
were confirmed,
that was insane.
and it's just like, damn, that was like 2017. That leak happened.
Yeah, so the Fire Emblem leak has gotten to the point that it's not even a leak anymore because everyone knows it. So at some point in the new Fire Emblem game, there's a 5-year time skip. So,
ooh, okay.
Yeah. Like, so we expect, a lot of people seem to have expected that the entire story takes place, like, within this one academy, as kind of like Valkyria Chronicles 2, like, where you just kind of, you play with your team, you raise them up, everyone gets better at their stuff, and you go out on missions, come back, rah-rah, yay, go back to studying in school.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So it turns out at some point there's a 5-year time skip, and you have to pick which route you're going to go down. And I'm unclear as to how many routes there are. Because I'm getting the feeling... So, now the obvious...
This is the one that I pre-ordered, right?
Yes, I believe so. I believe...
Yeah, you sent me the link to that.
I believe... Logically, there should be at least 3 routes. It's called 3 houses. It's because there are 3 houses of teams that you can join up with and be a part of.
That sounds reasonable.
I've been told there's actually 4 routes. And that route is not a everyone let's hug and be teammates route. It is like a split route of one of the other factions. Shrug.
Okay.
Shrug emoji.
Sure.
I've heard rumors that there is another route that is a true neutral route. Lol. Nani? I don't know. So, we know there's a time skip where everyone starts to hate one another. There's plenty of romance and waifu options for your convenience.
It wouldn't be a Fire Emblem game without it, apparently. No,
it wouldn't. But they have turned back some of the insanity of some of the characters of the previous titles. We're not gonna have all that we had in the previous titles because we got a little crazy in Fates and If. I forgot I believe that one was called If.
Alright, I'll believe you. I haven't played a Fire Emblem game since one on the Game Boy Color.
There was no Fire Emblem game on the Game Boy Color.
All right, maybe it was Game Boy Advance.
Probably was Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
What else did they show?
I remember it was. I had like a screen, so I was probably playing on the Game Boy Advance SP where it flipped up.
I bet you feel special
That's
for
how
that,
I
don't
misremembered. What?
I bet you feel special for that, don't you? I have to get out my notes so I
I'd
can
feel
remember all
even
the Nintendo
specialer if
stuff.
I still had my Game Boy Advance SP. That thing was
Oh,
awesome.
oh, the game is probably worth more than the system, by the way.
Probably. I still kept most of my Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah, that game, I'm almost certain you could trade for like 2 systems.
Actually, the GBA SP, I'm pretty sure is like $50.
I think you could probably get it for 45. But anyway,
Here's
I digress.
one for 90. Jesus.
I digress. I should go into the other announcements for Nintendo because they had a shitload of ones. The hero from
Dude,
Dragon.
you should look up your Game Boy Advance SP prices because I just checked and they're like 80, 90 right now.
Nah, you're bullshitting me. But anyway, I'm digressing because I want to stay on topic. The hero from
No,
Dragon
let me
Quest.
derail you so that we can just talk about the Game Boy
No.
Advance SP for
No.
like an hour.
No.
Okay, fine.
No.
Fine. What do you want to talk about?
So the hero from Dragon Quest and Banjo-Kazooie, they are now in Smash, coming to Smash Ultimate. Enjoy.
I heard about that. Doesn't Banjo-Kazooie use the bird as a sword or something?
Yep. Listen. It's Smash. We cannot have enough swordies. Even the best swordie in the game, Wolf, says we need more swordies. Because Wolf is the best swordie in the game.
Who doesn't have a sword?
Wolf is the best swordie in the game.
Okay.
I haven't actually watched post nerf, but yeah, he's basically a swordie because of the way his claws work. He's basically a swordie.
Has anyone taken up Joker? Like any
Yes,
professionals?
actually, yeah, MK Leo, the best player in the game, took it up and won tournaments with Joker.
Dang.
Apparently, Joker is
Dang,
super
awesome.
campy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
He's super campy. But yeah, MK Leo picked him up and won a tournament with him. MK Leo just plays all the fun heroes that we all love.
Good.
He has like the most ridiculous roster of characters that he can play. But yeah, and he's probably the best player in Smash right now.
There's this guy in Tower right now that is like hardcore buying some best of Year 1 Ingrams.
I feel sorry for that guy.
I do too.
Other announcements. Oh, if you haven't gotten Dragon Quest XI yet, Dragon Quest XI S, I don't know what to call it. Do I call it a port remaster thing, majigger? Is coming out for...
Is it on Switch?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's coming out for Switch. I'm
Cool.
probably gonna...
I might play it.
Let me put it this way. I beat Dragon Quest XI on the PS4, and not the like halfway beat it. I mean, beat it all the way. I didn't get to that one nice happy
Yeah, I
spot to stop
remember you
playing the
devoting
game.
your
Went
life-
out.
I remember
Actually-
you devoting your existence to that for a couple weeks.
Yeah. Actually, David beat a game. I want you guys to realize this. David rarely ever actually beats games. He gets to a point where he says, I don't play this anymore, and just stops playing the game. I actually beat Dragon Quest XI, which should tell you how good a game that is. Anyway, so...
Now you're just reminding me about all the games I have to go back and finish.
Ha. Well, you don't have to go back and finish this one. You can wait for the new version to come out and get that one.
Yay!
Anyway, so...
How Dragon Quest is it? Like, is it Super Dragon Quest?
Well, I mean, it's not old school. I mean, it's Dragon Quest, man. Like, you're gonna get that
What-
old
what
school
are the-
vibe, but it's not, like,
What do
horrible.
the mechanics look like? Is it like a legit old school JRPG, or do they, like, what contrivances do they have on combat?
It's pretty old school. Like, it's Dragon Quest. So they're not gonna change the fundamentals. They didn't change the, like, fundamentals on you. You have attacks,
it's
you
like
have magic, you have
turn-based.
abilities. Yeah, turn-based.
They didn't go Final Fantasy with it and give it like
Oh,
timed
hell no.
turn-based as well.
No. It's
Okay.
very classic JRPG.
There's
But,
no like button masher segments where
no.
you have to.
No.
hit the right key combinations? Okay.
No. No.
Yeah, I might play it.
It's pretty good. The new version will include the 2D mode that was on the 3DS, Japanese voiceovers, because the original game did not have Japanese voiceovers in Japan. That's how hardcore old school it was. What else did they add? Symphonic orchestra. They had synthetic sound in the original. Now they have the orchestra. A lot of people bitched about that, and I was like, guys, calm down.
Yeah. Chill.
All the characters get a new character route, and I believe there's a new character. They didn't say there's a new character, but I believe there's a new character. I believe we get Eric's sister.
Has there been any information on who the new character in Persona 5?
Oh, yeah.
What is it? R?
Yeah.
Whichever one is the actual story.
Yeah, she's
not the stupid one for Switch.
She's an underclassman at your school, an accomplished gymnast, and kind of like...
So it's just a new social link? She's not like a playable character?
No, she's a playable character. She's a party member. What's confusing about the new one, the new Persona, is like when all of this is exactly taking place. From my instinct was that the story was changing. Like they actually were changing the story. Right. So up until the point where, it's not a spoiler because it happens in the first couple minutes, where the main character gets captured, from that point on, yeah. I thought the story was changing. And that new stuff was happening after that. That doesn't seem to be the case. I think you actually straight up beat the game, and that there's a new story after that. But I don't know either way. Because you have a whole new semester in school. That's like the big selling point. You have an entire new semester to go with in school. So my thought would be the story entirely changes after you get captured.
Okay. I feel like this is not enough content to be a new game. This should have been DLC.
I don't know because we don't know how much is actually there. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly
seems like
don't know.
DLC. Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, back to the Nintendo press conference.
Probably get it and play it.
Yeah,
begrudgingly.
You won't grudgingly play it. You'll actually play it and you'll actually beat it.
I just wanted it on Switch.
So back to
sit in my bed and play.
Back to Nintendo press conference. Link's Awakening comes out in September. The Link's Awakening remake.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't coming out till like this winter. Nope. It is coming out in September. I told you about the Trials of Mana. They showcased that and the collection of Mana.
Yep.
New amiibo figures for Link's Awakening, Link, Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Solid Snake, along with Incineroar, Chrom, Simon Belmont, Dark Samus, and Richter.
Do you collect those?
I might get Richter.
Okay. I knew you went through like an amiibo phase. I didn't know if you still kept up with that.
I'm only getting ones I want, and right now that might be Richter. Witcher 3
I just want the one that gives me a little wolf friend for Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
That one is really expensive.
That one only comes with the Twilight Princess set, so you blew it, bro.
Yeah.
You had to pre-order that one if you wanted it.
Yeah. That one's real expensive.
But
luckily, you can buy bootleg versions if you just want the wolf.
Oh my god! Don't be that guy. Anyway, Witcher 3 complete
edition. Don't be the guy who spends
$10
for every single amiibo that's ever been released for the game benefits.
Stop that.
All right.
Witcher 3 Complete Edition comes out this year for Switch. As a habit, best versions of games always come out for Switch.
So it's got all the DLC and everything?
Yep. People
I don't even know if Witcher
people were
3 had
complaining
DLC.
about the graphical quality, but I'm like, well, duh, it's now
It's on
portable,
Switch.
people.
Yeah. It's on Switch now.
No More Heroes 3 was announced for April 2020.
Yeah.
You don't sound like someone who played a lot of No More Heroes.
I didn't play any No More Heroes. This is the one with Travis Touchdown and the jacking off. So
Yeah.
recharge your lightsaber, right?
Yeah, that one. You didn't like you didn't like that game? Okay, I'll move on.
I didn't have a Wii. That's a problem when you're trying to play No More Heroes. I didn't have a Wii. I didn't have a Wii U.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing.
Look,
But
man.
I'll move on. We got a new trailer for Damon Machina, their mecha game.
New trailer for what?
Damon X Machina, Damon Cross Machina, whichever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
no,
their,
I don't know what that game is.
That's their mecha game, where it's.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. It seems like it's Monster Hunter, but with mechas.
Cool.
You go out on a mission with your mecha. You go out, kill things with mecha, go back home. Yay. So. That's that. Anyway, that comes out
So
in
it's
September.
Monster Hunter, but the Palicos are mechas.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So that's coming out in September. They apparently changed. If you played any of the gameplay demo, they have apparently upgraded a lot of stuff based on people's feedback.
True.
Anyway, I'll move on. Ooh, good shock announcement. Panzer Dragoon is getting a remake for the Switch. Not Panzer Dragoon Saga, but if this sells well enough, maybe we do get a Panzer Dragoon Saga remake.
Again, a game I did not play.
Well, we were both... You were a little young for that, because that was Sega Saturn.
That was
I
pretty-
probably could have.
Yeah.
Ryan probably owns this game. I think I tried to buy it off him, and it went nowhere because we didn't know whether or not his system actually worked.
Oh.
By the way, speaking of Ryan, this
So
is
is it
important
a-
to know. It's important to know
Yeah.
because it's important to know. Ryan does own Forsaken. He actually does have Destiny 2 Forsaken, and he plays it on Saturday mornings.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, if you want to get on tomorrow morning, I'm probably not busy in the morning.
He gets on Saturday mornings, and he'll play Destiny. He just doesn't want to play with us, man. He just doesn't want to play with us. Literally, you can go on Bungie.net and look up his game history. He gets on every Saturday morning and plays Destiny since like April.
Really?
Yeah, since like April he's been playing Destiny.
Why doesn't he want to play with us?
I don't know.
What's the deal?
I don't know.
We're not that bad, are we?
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Panzer Dragoon remake.
So antisocial.
I know. Pokemon Sword and Shield. So after the Nintendo press conference, they went right into like half-hour segment of Pokemon Sword and Shield, where a lot of stuff happened. They showed off all the overworld, all the cool new shit, but then they threw shit at a fan and watched what happened. And that shit at the fan is there's not going to be a national dex in the Galar region. We're not going to have a national dex. Not all the Pokemon from all the Pokemon games are going to be in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And everyone died.
Yes,
everyone,
'cause they're not
mass
part of
hysteria.
it.
I'm a professional
'cause the
Pokemon
Galar
breeder.
region-
This is not right. This isn't justice. This is wrong. Rather than complain about actual dumb mechanics like Dynamaxing, we're going to complain about the fact that we're not going to have every single Pokemon from every single previous Pokemon game in this new Pokemon game.
Basically. Yeah.
So I'm trying to
pretty
hold...
sure it's because of Gexit, where the Galar region
I'm gonna
just
kill
pulled
you.
out of the...
I'm going to kill you.
Listen, those Pokemon from other regions might be coming in and stealing the Galar region's Pokemon's jobs. So
So here's why this pisses me off. Here's why this pisses me off. if we wanted to fix Dynamaxing and have Dynamaxing just be Mega Evolutions and be really cool and interesting, we could bitch about that right now and get that fixed. Instead, we're going to bitch about something that was going to get fixed anyway because they're going to release a DLC pack that puts the National Dex into fucking Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
We're going to bitch about something that we were going to get anyway.
Yeah.
And that has me upset. That has me upset. Because Dynamaxing is stupid and Mega Evolutions are awesome.
I don't like either system, but Dynamaxing is definitely more stupid.
So I just have to let this go from here. Because people are stupid. They complain about stupid shit, and because people complain about stupid shit, we don't get better shit. We just get stupid fix that is less stupid.
Although I am excited. So if I have to live with Dynamaxing because they needed some contrivance to have raids in Pokemon, that's fine. I can do that.
I don't even know if I call it raids. I don't know what this system is. It seems like baby raids.
It's literally raids from Pokemon Go. It's
okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Fair take. Anyway, that's what's happening with Pokemon Sword and Shield and why the Pokemon subreddit has utterly self-destructed over the past week. From going from full Wooloo, fluffy happiness, to mass anarchy and shit throwing.
This is why I love subreddits. Because they... just me as an onlooker looking in, I'm like, alright, yeah, I can see why Dynamaxing is annoying. Or I can see why not having a national dex is annoying, but the microcosm of everyone just feeding each other's ire in this little community, it just breeds so much salt, and it's so glorious to watch.
Till it ruins a game.
Till it ruins a game, yeah. Or till you have a "we did it" Reddit moment.
Anyway, next game. So, Cadence of Hyrule. Have you heard of Crypt of the Necrodancer?
Yeah.
So,
Are they doing one for Legend of Zelda?
Yeah, so that was announced a couple months back, but it didn't have a release date. Now it has a release date, and that release date is yesterday.
Oh, it's already out?
Yes, it is already out.
Cool. Crypt of the Necrodancer, listening to the reviews, that's one of the best rhythm games that has come out.
It's like a roguelike rhythm game.
Yeah. I mean, if I was into rhythm games, I feel like I would be really hype for that game.
Oh. Well, anyway, they've made a Legend of Zelda variant of it, so it's basically just a Legend of Zelda game, but with Crypt of the Necrodancer mechanics. And it even has co-op.
Did you bring up Crypt of the Necrodancer because they worked on this game? Or was this developed by a different studio?
This was developed by that studio with the help of another studio, I believe. Yeah, Nintendo did not actually make this. They gave permission for this to be made.
Did they create the music? Because that's another big part.
It's got new music.
Dope. Oh, I want to hear that music.
Yeah, it's $25 right now, but it's digital only. If it was $25 for physical, I probably would have already bought it. But
yeah,
I'm just gonna wait for it to go on sale and throw it on my wish list. I don't think it's actually getting a physical version, even though it totally deserves a physical version. But I wouldn't rule out a physical version coming out one day. I think that actually is a possibility. Release. I mean, limited run games now do Switch titles, and this is a title that isn't inherent to Nintendo. So I'm not quite sure how it would work out if it gets a limited run, but I would like to see it get a limited run, and depending on the sales, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Next, or second to last big announcement. So, Animal Crossing. Yeah.
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 Yep.
Yeah. So Animal Crossing did appear at this E3, and they actually showed it off in some gameplay. You win a trip to a deserted island, and you get to build up the town all by yourself, starting from your own little lonesome tent on this little lonesome island. Comes out, I think, in March. Listen, it's Animal Crossing.
So wait,
it's Animal Crossing.
You don't have a town?
You're building. Yeah, you're pretty much building this up all on your own. You start with like a tent, and you just build from there.
But what about the debt that I have to pay off to Tom Nook?
See, that's the thing. You won a contest from Tom Nook to go to this island and build this island up.
So he just drops you on a deserted island and is like, make a town here?
I guess. I don't know. It's Animal Crossing. I mean, Animal Crossing people like think in a weird way that I don't understand.
I've played a couple of Animal Crossing games. It's just about collecting gynoids. The whole game.
I can't get into people's mindset of people who actually enjoy Animal Crossing. I can't do it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
David, it's about finding the coolest fire hydrant that makes cool noises. That's the entire game.
It's like a looter shooter where I don't shoot anything.
Someone's birthday. You don't shoot anything, no.
It's like a looter shooter where you just walk up to the chest and press X, and the chest opens, and you got all the shit from it.
You press X a lot in Animal Crossing because you're picking up shells, you're fishing, you're plucking weeds. Dude, fuck putting down an Animal Crossing game for like 2 weeks and then going back to it because your town will be covered in weeds. Ain't nobody cares about the weed situation in these towns. It's run rampant. No one wants to pick their own weeds.
I need an adult.
It's like people who like Harvest Moon, except
the Harvest Moon actually has gameplay though.
You don't get to get a waifu.
You actually fight stuff, and you get a waifu.
On some of them, there's a few where you just make a farm.
All right. Anyway, so we'll go on to the big,
Actually, no, I think all of them you fight things.
We have the big Nintendo announcement. You ready for the big Nintendo announcement? I'm not sure you're ready for this. I'm not sure you're ready for this.
Probably not, but I'm ready.
Breath of the Wild is getting a sequel.
Oh yeah, heard about that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hype.
So the understanding is that it's also supposed to be super dark. Well, don't worry about it, because Ganon's coming back as a zombie in this one.
Perfect. So we killed Ganon's spirit, now we have to kill his body.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure.
So...
The main thing about this world is Zelda, Ganon, and Link just keep coming back. Just fucking stay dead, guys.
Well,
just fucking stay dead.
There's a lot of things that people are kind of hyped for. For one, everyone's like, ooh, they're talking this is going to be a super dark Zelda game. And I have to step back and I'm like, you realize how fucking dark Breath of the Wild is, guys? You play a hero who failed to save the world and then put in cryostasis for infinity years, and everyone else died because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dark. It's fucking dark, people. Come on.
Yeah. Also, wasn't Twilight Princess the dark emo one?
That was the one everyone said was dark and emo. It's just dark. It's not like dark. It's like
it's not really emo.
Dark things don't actually happen. It's just like dark.
It's just like you can turn into a wolf.
It's just like I wouldn't. It's dark. It's dark
that
more
one
in a
emo kid in the back of your class that draws pictures of his persona. That's that game.
I'm not sure where you're going with that, but okay. I'll let it go. I don't know where that was going.
If you equate that game to a human being's existence, it would be that guy.
A furry who likes Persona?
No. Let's move on.
Okay. Okay. So that's pretty much it for E3. There wasn't much. There wasn't. All the other press conferences were kind of lame-tacular, but I kind of made all the highlights. So yeah, the big things for you: watch the Watch Dogs video. Watch the Nintendo press conference. Watch Kinda Funny Games, and watch Square Enix press conference.
Okay. I have homework that I'll probably procrastinate on.
If you have extra time, you can watch all of the Ubisoft press conference, because there were a couple of gems in there. Or you could just watch the beginning and the end, because that's where all the gems were.
I think I caught some of the Ubi press conference.
Yeah, because only
Most of it was,
you saw their new Tom Clancy game. Which one did you see?
yeah, Tom Clancy game. The one where it's like, we're wolves and we eat things, and
I don't know
our
what they're
brothers
going through
and
in that
sisters
game.
are coming to get us, but we're better than them for reasons.
I don't know what's going on with the story on that one, so I just let it go.
I just know that no one is talking about the actor that promoted that one.
That's because he's not Keanu Reeves. He's not Keanu Reeves.
Exactly.
Like,
he's not Keanu Reeves.
How do you not get this? Come on, people.
Who overshadows everyone at at E3.
I don't know, man. Nolan North and who was the other guy he was with? Who's the other famous mocap guy? Nolan North and name's escaping me.
Mocap guy?
Yeah. Mocap voiceover guy. Nolan North and man, once I hear the name, I'm gonna be the Baker. What's his first name?
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. Yes. They're both
Okay.
they're both gonna play Avengers in the Marvel Avengers game. They got good claps.
Oh, cool. I think Travis Willingham is doing that too. He
I
usually
believe
plays
so.
Thor.
I believe so.
Who's Nolan North playing?
One of them is playing Tony Stark, and the other is playing Captain America.
I assume Nolan North is Tony Stark.
No. One's playing one's playing the Hulk, Bruce Banner. My bad.
Bruce Banner. Okay, I got no idea.
I forget. They sound fine. I mean, they're professionals. They're gonna sound fine in whatever they're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, so I missed this. We're gonna shift gears momentarily because this is important to me. I missed this, and I can't believe I missed this. Johnny Young Bosch, he's playing a character in Black Clover.
Really?
Yeah, if you watch the last episode, he's the he's going by Xerx, but that's not his real name. He's the dude with the rogue mask and sharp teeth and kind of a jackass.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Johnny Young Bosch. Perfect casting. We always need more of the Luce in our lives. But anyway, that's pretty much all of my E3 notices. Did you have anything E3 wise you wanted to talk about?
Again, I didn't really watch much of it. So apart from a few snide jokes that I can make about Maneater,
You and your PC games.
there's not much that I. The game looks so ridiculous.
So my question: do you play as the shark or the shark hunter?
You play as the shark
Okay.
who was wronged by the shark hunter.
All right, that's as in depth as I feel like going on this topic.
You don't want to know about how you start out as a baby shark and then
No. Must add.
time skip.
I'm ending now.
Speaking of spoilers, there's a